I think the left has finally reached their pinnacle in showing what they're really about. But I think we still have to discern whether we're dealing with personality disorder or developmental disability. And I'm going to describe both right quick, but I want you to think about what you hear from the school system, what you hear from our uh, government, what you see on media, on commercials, the whole of culture, what it's acting like right now, and think about which one makes more sense. Um, Most people at age 13 are able to use abstract thinking. That's about the time it develops. And if you're not using that, you're stuck in concrete thinking, more surface level thinking, where you don't apply principles or apply principles in one situation and then another situation in the same way. It's just a more elementary way of thought. And that's one possibility. That also affects the emotions. That also would explain why some of the emotional reactions that you see from far leftists seem more like somebody in their early teens. The other possibility is that they're master manipulators. I lean more toward this one. I'm going to read you a definition of what that is. While most people engage in manipulation from time to time, a chronic pattern of manipulation can indicate an underlying mental health concern. People who manipulate others attack their mental and emotional sides to get what they want. The person manipulating seeks to create an imbalance of power and take advantage of a victim to get power, control, benefits, and or privilege at the expense of the victim. So we're not only looking at uh, capacity of thinking, but what if a person actually does have fine thinking skills and they're developed, but they're simply manipulating to get their way? And I see this around every corner right now. And even when I was in school studying philosophy, some people, didn't matter how sound your argument was, if they didn't want to acknowledge certain facts, which this reminds me of censorship. This is why I'm bringing this up. The left, the far left, doesn't want certain information acknowledged, whether it has to do with race or culture or sickness or anything like that, because the minute they allow all that information, you can show that your argument is sound. But they don't want you to have a sound argument. So in order to do that, they have to omit the information. That's why I think it's master manipulation, because it looks sneaky. We need to have this discussion a little more to see what we're dealing with.